Next time you should talk to me. Let me similarly, on behalf of the lawyers for the counsel for the first and second petitioner, thank the court, and it has been a journey, worthwhile journey, sitting through these proceedings, and we thank the court for your patience and for the delivery of this judgment within the time stipulated. We thank you.
Madam President, members of the court, I wish to request just a couple of minutes for the chairperson of the Law Society of Kenya to make a few remarks in appreciation of the work that the court and Kenyans have done on this exercise, if you allow. Thank you. I call upon Mr. Eric Theuri to come and make his remarks. It is also his birthday. I would have sung happy birthday for him.
My Lord, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, the President of the Supreme Court, the Deputy Chief Justice and all the Justices of the Supreme Court, I think it would only be fair that I make my remarks after counsel for the respondents, Senior Fred Ngatia, makes his remarks to the court.
Madam Chief Justice, thank you very much. It's so kind for the President to acknowledge that age goes before youth. Mine is to thank the court, to thank my learned friends for the effort we all expended. We thank this court for clarifying certain issues, and we look forward to a less corrosive 2027. Thank you very much.
Madam Chief Justice, Madam Deputy Chief Justice, it's so nice to have two madams at the same time, and members of the court. Since there are only men talking, I decided that I should become a woman and talk. It's become too much of a male affair in here. But on behalf of I think we were the third petitioner, I wish to thank you, and you've clarified the Regulation 87.4, which I was feeling very passionately about, that it was unconstitutional from what I've heard. But thank you very much for the time you spent, and we do apologize if at times we looked like hooligans. I mean, you have said we behaved well, but we didn't behave as well as we should have. But thank you very much for your time and for delivering this judgment.
Madam Chief Justice, Madam Deputy Chief Justice, members of the court, I, on behalf of Attorney General, take this opportunity to thank you most sincerely for a great job done and for the courage to clearly define the limits of the law, which will help us empower IBC on the way forward, and hope that this might be the last of the petitions after elections once we carry out a proper elections based on your guidelines. Thank you.
The Chief Justice and the Justices of the Supreme Court, on a light note, my members would be extremely worried if we take the submissions of Senior Counsel Orengo that this should be the end on account of fees. But my lady, the Chief Justice, on behalf of the Law Society and all the members of the society, we wish to first of all take this opportunity to thank the court in the manner in which it has conducted these proceedings, extremely efficient, especially in light of the really short and strict timelines that you've had. But the management of the proceedings, the manner in which the court adopted a somewhat inquisitorial nature to the conduct of these proceedings is something that as a society we have noted, and we wish to commend the court. And we do hope that the other courts, as they determine any petitions, election petitions that will go before them, will similarly adopt such inquisitorial attitude, so that we try and really enrich the process that these proceedings intend to achieve. Secondly, I wish to also thank the council, all the advocates who have appeared before you. They have demonstrated extremely high standards of decorum and courtesy, and have also demonstrated a flair for persuasion of the court, including the use of PowerPoint, and of course the now famous Pinky Pinky Ponky mimic. But all that really, I'm sure, has demonstrated, especially to the younger members of the society, how to conduct themselves before the court and how to really prepare a persuasive brief. And we thank all the advocates who appeared before this court for the good work that they have done. And of course, as a society, we feel extremely proud that they have been able to raise the profile of the advocates in this country a notch higher from their presentation. So, my lady and my lord, it's not lost to us that at the end of these proceedings, and once we are able to get your judgment after 21 days, that it is democracy and the Kenyan people who are the winners. The decision today, in a way, validates the choices that were made by the Kenyan people on the 8th of August, and they also help to build confidence in the institutions that manage the elections and the court. We recognize that no country is born as a democracy, and that it is a process, and the process of challenging an election, as has happened before this court, is part of the processes of building confidence within the electoral system. And we thank all the petitioners for choosing to challenge the results before this court. But at the end of the day, Kenya stands tall as a beacon of democracy, and we are very grateful that we've had this opportunity also as a law society to appear before the court and to give an amicus brief which the court has had time to consider. So we thank you and we wish you a good day. I know it has been a long 14 days, but you can rest, and we'll be looking forward to the decision that you deliver within 21 days. Thank you so much, my lady and justices of the Supreme Court.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have been asked by the president of our court to react to your submissions, and in so doing, I am obliged to say that we are truly humbled by the statements that you have just made. More humbled because those statements come from both sides of the divide. And thank you for appreciating what we have to do within a very short while. Thank you for appreciating that it wasn't our wish that we were doing what we were doing the wish of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the laws of the Republic, the facts of the cases that you placed before us, and the evidence in rebuttal. We know that the President and I, whenever we have had time to talk to you in other fora, that we are incomplete without this side of the bar. We are incomplete without the advocates. We thank you. We will get opportunity to do that in the main judgment, in the reasoned judgment. But we really appreciate your industry. We were impressed by the submissions you took. And we were impressed, and we said this the last 3 days, I'll tell you something about that in a minute, by how deeply you believed in your clients' cases. That we think is a mark of an extremely grown legal profession, and we ask that you do not bring the bar down. You keep taking it up. In any contest of whatever nature, and even if we say there are no winners and losers, and even if we say that the winners are the Constitution and the people of Kenya, the truth is that some 6 million Kenyans will not be happy today. But that's the nature of the work we do. What we hope, and we hope you can advise your clients and our brothers and sisters that are the Kenyan people, that is what was expected. One side had to win. One side had to be in total or a great extent of compliance with the Constitution and electoral law than the other side. That's how we saw it. We thank you very much. We, the 7 of us, have not slept since we parted company on Friday. I think it is showing on our faces. And we thank you that you appreciate that we work under difficult circumstances, especially because of time. As ground rules, we agreed when we left you here on Friday that we would not pick any of your calls. A lot of you called us, but we just couldn't pick your calls. And I hope you understand that we couldn't. We saw that you were trying to call us, but we just could not pick the calls. I hope you understand. And now if you allow us, again, on behalf of these 7 men and women, thank you very much for appreciating what we have to do. Thank you for giving us the honor to serve this country in these capacities. And let's hope that we can continue to grow our democracy this way. And thank you very much for everything you also do for the country. And now you allow us to go home and sleep.
Thank you. The court is adjourned.
There you have it. The